Hello, welcome to this video. In this video I'm going to be showing you how to build an e-commerce site using WordPress and Woocommerce, the popular free out-of-the-box sort of plugin that you can create a e-commerce site. I'll be essentially building the site out in this video so you can follow along and build it yourself. So the whole goal of this video is to show you how easy it is to build a e-commerce site using WordPress and with pretty much free plugins and theme. So essentially you don't really have to pay for anything other than the hosting and the domain name. And then if you want to extend on what we've done in the video is you can then go and purchase other plugins to extend the functionality of your website. But the main goal is to get you started, to get you going, building your own e-commerce website, a really nice looking website too, where you can start selling and then grow from there. And it's using only free plugins and a theme. This is my attempt to really just showcase to you what you can do with WordPress and the amazing power of it, just using the free stuff that we've got available to us. So I know everybody loves free, so do I. Stick along. It might go for a couple of hours, but I'll try and see if I can shorten it down a lot. I have already set up a lot of things, so you won't be seeing me, installing plugins, installing theme, installing WordPress, all that sort of stuff. You've got to look at other videos on how to do all that sort of stuff, but I will just be and I've also got I've already set up products as well, but I will show you how to add your own products, so we can just go through that quickly. So it's just not like a really massive elongated video, because an e-commerce site can take quite a bit of time to build. So I've done a lot of the setup stuff, installed images and all that sort of stuff, just to get really concise and to the point in this video, rather than just having to go and source images and all that stuff. But I will show you how to do that, because there is a plugin that we can install to source images. So yeah, so let's get cracking, shall we? So what you're looking at now on the screen is the dashboard of our website. So just get that out a little bit. So this is the dashboard. So if you're familiar with WordPress already, this is just the first screen you come to when you log in. So you've got all these little quick sort of snap things, and I'm just going to sort of move things around just to show you that you can move that around. You can also go into your screen options here and turn off certain things, so you can sort of see how you can do that. So just some really quick tips on that one. I'll just keep them off. So essentially this is the dashboard. So as you can see down the side here is your main navigation bar, so your main menu for the site. So again, I'm not going to go through everything in great detail. I'm going to get straight to the point now, because I know your time is valuable, my time is valuable, and I just want to get you going as quickly as possible. So I'm not going to really explain the sidebar menu here. There are plenty of videos out there that will explain that for you, but you'll pick it up as we go along, as we go through, and as I go through these different options here. And if you install WordPress, you're not going to see things like Blocksy and Fluent Forms and Woocommerce and WooSearch here and Product X and Rank Math. These are all things that have been added in via plugins, so they only show up when a plugin is installed. So speaking about plugins, let's go into our plugin list, and I'll show you the plugins that I've installed for this demonstration. So we've got Advanced WooSearch. That creates like a Ajax product search field. Again, free. So all these are free, all the free versions. I don't have any pro versions at all, but you will notice that some things do have pro versions that you can pay for and extend those things. So, but again, we're going to keep things pretty free, right? So then we got Blocksy Companion. So that's to do with the theme. We've got Fluent Forms. It's a form builder. Get Params is a little bit hard to explain, but it's basically getting a parameter from a URL so we can output a name or some other custom field into our content. So I will show you how that works. That's going to be more specifically for the contact page or more for the contact thank you page. But I'll get you done. You'll understand that when I get to that bit. And then we got GetWid. GetWid is like a block build, like it's a block editor, because we're using the out of the box WordPress block editor, the Gutenberg editor. So we're going to be using a plugin to extend that, so we can add extra things like sections and columns and all that sort of stuff. Instant Images is basically we're able to upload get images pretty much instantly from Unsplash, I believe it is. I think if I remember this correctly, I set this site up a while ago, so yes, okay, so one-click Unsplash and Pixabay. So this basically allows you to just upload images from the Unsplash and Pixabay free access to these images. They're not licensed, so you can use them, which is pretty awesome. So I'll show you how that works. Then we got cadence blocks, again similar to GetWig. It just adds different blocks to the editor. Then we got product X, so this is going to display our WooCommerce blocks in a carousel for the home page. Show you how that works. Got Rank Math SEO for SEO purposes. Got Safe SVG, so we can upload SVG files if we need to. Now I do have Stackable and I've got Ultimate add-ons here. They're both deactivated. These are two other block-based or block builder sort of plugins. I do have them here just in case I need to use them, but we may not need to use them, so because GetWid and Cadence blocks will probably cover most things. But if we do have to install, if we have to get some additional features or blocks, we may need to look at activating one of these plugins. But I'm not using them at the moment, so we'll see. Now I've got an Updraft Plus backup and restore plugin. So of course you want to have backups for your website, so this is a really good one for that. Now I've got WebP Converter for media, so this converts all the media that I upload into WebP format, which is really awesome. So it basically allows us to serve images in a more compressed size, so then the load speeds of the website are much faster. Henceforth we get a faster loading website. And then of course the most important, and not the only one we're going to be installing, but well initially yes, but the WooCommerce Ecommerce plugin, which allows you to build an online store. You can add products and set up shipping and all that sort of stuff. So we'll go through all that. And again, I've already actually set up products. So I'll just go to the products page just to quickly show you. So these are all the products I've got in here, and I've got them, priced and on sale, and I've got them in categories and got images and all that sort of stuff, and I've also created SKUs. So I will be going through on how to actually add a product, so then how to do all that. So, and I'll be going through how to add categories and stuff like that as well, so you can understand that process. But firstly, what we'll do is we'll get to just building out the home page, and also the header and the footer. And I'll be talking about certain things that you're going to want on your e-commerce site than just a standard sort of website. So we'll be going through that. Now, I did want to also mention the theme that we're going to be using, and that is the Blocksy theme. So by Creative Studio. Now I got to say a big shout out to the guys at Creative Themes. This is an amazing theme. Like, it is amazing. It's like amazing what you can do with it for the free version. There's so much functionality in this theme, even for the free version, that sometimes you may not even want to upgrade to the Pro, but the Pro one is even better. It's just like but essentially we're going to be just using the free Blocksy plugin theme. So you're going to want to install this. So yeah, again, I'm not going to go through how to install themes and plugins and stuff. You're going to have to figure that out for yourself, but I just wanted to just show you exactly what I've got in this setup. Alrighty, so again, yes, really great theme. So we'll be getting into setting up the header and setting up the footer and all that within the theme customizer, and we may even do that pretty much straight off the bat. Alrighty, so pages. So we'll go to pages now. So again, I've got pretty much already everything set up, all the core pages that we're going to be using. So I've got home page here, I've got contact, I've got the thank you page. I may not use this compare, I'll leave it there just for you to maybe play around with if you want at a later stage. I've got about, a blog, I've got my account. So my account, cart, checkout, and shop, refund and returns policy, and I think I've said my account. So they are already they're created when you install the Woocommerce plugin, so you don't really need to set them up yourself, but you may want to style them and create the pages how you want them to look. So I will be going through that. So let's get cracking into this, because I can spend all day just going through what I've set up here, but I think it's probably best for us to get moving and start building out this website. So the first thing what I'm going to do is I'm going to go create the header, set up the header, and then I'm also going to do the footer, and then we're going to build everything in between. So I'm going to set up the home page, and I'm going to set up the about, and we're going to do the contact and the contact thank you, and yeah, and everything else is pretty much redundant. This sample page, I'm going to trash that because we don't need the sample page, so I'll just delete that permanently. So let's get cracking, shall we? So the first thing we need to do is, so once you've installed all the plugins, the theme, you're ready to go. Okay, so let's go into Appearance, Customize, and this will take us into the customizer. And so you'll see that the theme gives us a lot of options here. So so the first thing I'm going to do is so we're going to focus on the header here now, right? So this main header, and I'm going to turn it into some sort of shop type style header. So then it looks like a shop. So we're going to have a cart icon, we're going to have an account icon, we're going to have basically the we're going to have a search bar up the top there, so we can do Ajax search, and then we're going to have a category bar here. So we're going to have the categories display, and then that will be the header, and then we're going to build the footer. So alright, so in the free version of Blocksy, you'll get all these options down under here, under general options, under post types, under WooCommerce, and core is just core. That's not really anything different. So the first thing we're going to do is going to go to the header. So now we've got this this kind of a header builder here, which is totally awesome. So you can move this stuff around. So I can move that into the center there, and you'll notice up the top here the search icon now is located in the middle. I can move it up there, and I'll move it up to the top there, and you'll see it appear at the top there, and you can click on it and you can see how that functions. So it's all pretty neat. So so what I'll do is I'll put that back over there. So again, we're going to be not having this main menu here, so we're going to now just we're going to remove the search bar, or the search bar, and we're going to remove the menu. And we're going to keep this the same. So now the name of the shop is just shop, right? So, and you can basically find the name of your website under site identity, and this is where you can change the site title. So I've just got it to shop here. So if I go shoppy, shoppy, you can see it change at the top there. So, but mine is just called shopper. And then I've got the tagline here, which is best kept secrets, something fancy. So yeah, so you'll find the site and identity there, and then yeah, all the other settings. So the other thing you might want to do as well is when you're setting up everything, you might want to come into typography, And in fact, what I might do is I might do that. So I don't want the default family. What I might do is I might change the default font to Poppins, because Poppins is a really kind of a nice, it's kind of like a nice font, I should say. So yeah, and then I think everything just defaults to the base font, and then you can change, you know, like the size, and so that's a H1 there. So you should be able to see that go up in size. Nope, maybe not. I don't know why that's not like a H1. Let's go title. Yeah, it's a H1. That's interesting. So there's, you know, there's things that sort of might work, might display properly and might not. But so yeah, let's just continue on. I'm still learning about this stuff as well. So you know, I've been in web dev for like, you know, over 15 years or even more, and I'm still learning, right? So I still haven't got my full head around this whole plugin, this whole website. Yeah, so you can see that that's definitely changing there. So, but yeah, the cool thing also about this theme is that it pulls in Google fonts, so you get a whole range of different fonts. It's really awesome. So I've set that, and then the default family, of course, is, so if I change this, does that, yeah, that changes. Okay, so so that's cool. I'll just go back to defaults. So that should be, that's definitely Poppins. And if I just really extend that up, okay, that's really not changing much at all. What if I change this to bolder? Yep, that's changing. So the size is not changing, so but anyway, we'll be fine. I'll change this to default as well, just so that everything is defaulting to the core main base font, which is Poppins. So I really want to get all that locked in. Righty, awesome. And you can, you know, if you want to go through and change, you know, other specific things to different fonts, you can do that in here, which is pretty neat. Then you may want to go through colors, and you may want to change your global color palette as well. So go through and change that. I'm going to keep it all pretty much the same. This is just the default stuff that comes out of I believe it's the Blocksy theme. So yeah, I'm just going to keep all that the same. But this is where you can come in and change certain things to you know, base text colors. You know, so you can change that to red or whatever. Go back to default on that. But yeah, and links, you can change the link font. You know, that's the initial and that's the hover. Text selection, all that sort of stuff, and border. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of different things that you can change. I think heading 1, you can change that, so you can see that changing there. So I might just revert that back and keep it all the same. Alrighty, so let's get back into the header and let's build this out. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep the logo there, which is fine, which is what we want, and we're going to then bring in some elements. So we're going to have, yep, so I'm going to have accounts. I'm going to bring that across over to there. So then you should see a little face, but you won't see that if you're not logged in. And then I'm going to have a cart over here, so then it's nice little cart icon, so when you hover over it, you can see what's in the cart here. I've already got something in the cart there, so and then the little account thing there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag a HTML block across here, and yeah, and that's going to be where the the search bar for our product search bar is going to be up there. So, all right, so I'm gonna now just basically edit a few things here. So I'm going to make this icon a little bit bigger, and I'm going to make this icon a little bit bigger. So so let's go in. So we just click on the cart icon, the cart option here, and then it's going to show some options here. So I'm going to increase the size here to maybe, whoa, that's so big, 30, maybe go down to like 25. Now you can turn off the icon badge, so this is just for like how many products are in the cart, so you can turn that off if you want. You can change the you know, where the little bit of text is. So I'm going to design, and that's fine, that's cool. I'm going to just keep all that. You can change the icon as well, so as you can see, I change that, it changes that little card icon, which is neat. But I'm just going to keep it on the little bag. I think that's pretty cool. Then we go down to the cart drawer, and you can do the offset stuff. You can turn off the cart drawer so it doesn't appear when you hover over it. See, when I turn that on, it appears. You can. So I do like that little hover over. It's really neat. So I'm going to keep that, and yes, I think I might just keep all that the same right there. So going to design, again you can change the font family, the size of the font, so I can increase the size of the dollar amount here. Now there is a way to turn that dollar amount off, and I do want to turn that off, and I've just got to remember how to do that. So let me get out of there, and this is cool. You can come into the global headers here, and you can turn on sticky functionality, and what that does is it sticks. So when you scroll down the page, that makes the this top header here stick to the top, so it actually comes down on the page. I'm not going to do that to this website, so we're just going to have a very simple website header. But yeah, there's just so many things you can do. I'm going to go into account now, and so we've got options here for the little account icon. Again, I'm going to make this like 20. Again, that was just too big. I'm going to make that 25. So when you're not logged in, that will display as just a little user icon. Then people can click on it, and it will take them to the profile page. Of course, when they're logged. So when they're logged out, it brings up a modal for them to log in, which is pretty neat. And I'll show you how all that works. And you can change the icon. So see how it's changing here? So you can see the icon here change. So again, I'm going to make this 25, so it's sort of like even to that size there. So it's pretty neat. And you can change the little avatar picture as well, so which is pretty neat. I will keep it on the on that one, just to keep it sort of the same. And then of course you can have none if you want. So, but it's good to have it there. You want to have the icon. All right. So now I do want to figure out how to turn off this little bit of text at the side here. I know that you can do it. Icon badge. It's definitely not that. Cart total position. There was a way for me to turn off the total. Yeah, there definitely was, and I just can't remember how to do that. Definitely not in the icon badge. We've got so this is where the icon, the cart position is. Yeah, interesting. Cart drawer, got font colors, so we can change the colors of the background, and buttons just get picked up from another area. But yeah, that's just essentially where that is. You can change the badge color of that little white, the blue badge. Yeah, there's so many little different options here, but I'm not going to go through everything. I'm going to leave it up to you to discover, because it is really cool. Alright, so I'm just going to come back to that. I think I'm not sure where it is. So okay, so let's come into the HTML one, and then we've got simple text in here. Now I do have to put in a shortcode in here for the search bar. Now I don't know what that, I can't remember what that is, so what I'll do is I'll go to advanced WooCommerce search plugin, and where are we, where is it? So this would be it here, advanced Woo search, and we'll come down and just see how we use this. How do we add this to our installation? Alright, so there's the shortcode right there, so I'm going to just grab that, and I'm going to go in here, I'm going to go into text mode, I'm going to paste that. So that's all good, that's fine. It may just display that initially, but we should see a search form appear there eventually. Alrighty, so that should display there now. So what we'll do next is we'll create the next secondary bar, which is going to be our bottom row, and that's going to be where our categories are going to show. So again, I've already created the categories, I've already created the products, all that sort of stuff. So just for quickness sake, I'm just going through this for you so you can follow along at you know, how to build this when you two have done all that. So okay, so this bottom row here, what we're going to do is we're going to drag menu 1 into the middle section here on the bottom row, and you'll see a menu appear here. So go into the menu options, we'll go up to select menu, and I'm going to choose the category menu because I've created a category menu already, and so you can see that I've already got that there. Nice. So what we're going to do is then go into design, and I'm going to go into the settings for, I've got to go into the bottom row settings, so I'll click on that. Cool. Then I want to go to design, and then I want to go background. I'm going to make it this color. Alright, then the menu obviously has disappeared because it's a different color, so I'm going to go into menu 1, then I'm going to go into design, got to go to font color, so I'm going to choose white for that, so then it shows up, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just keep it, I might keep it blue, so again you can choose your own colors. Now I'm going to increase the font size here, so it's about 20. I am going to bring the font down to sort of like regular. We'll go regular, yeah, cool. And then the default family should be Poppins, so we'll keep that, that's cool. Then we can have margins, so we can put a bit more space in between these, so we can go 10. Don't worry about that, that's not really working. Letter spacing, so we can go 0.2. Let's go 0.1 EM for that. So for the the letter spacing, excellent. And oh yeah, here we go. This is where the item spacing is. So if you go 25, you can see it's stretching out. It's actually 100. So if I go 25, but let's go like say, I don't know, 50 pixels, just to spread that out a little bit. So yeah, so that's looking pretty cool. So we've got our main categories all set up with the font size and everything like that. And as you can see, we've even now got our our search bar here, which is pretty neat. So it's pretty cool. Now go into the main row and do want to text mode. Oh, we've got P here. Don't want P's. Okay, cool. Because we want the search bar to be in line with these icons, and so that just added in a P tag into our yeah, we don't want P tags. I'm going to keep it in text mode so it doesn't put P's or the P tag, because we don't want paragraphs around that. So that's cool. Alright, so I'm going to leave that as is. I may come back and change a few of these things like the icon size. Cart. Oh, here we go. So this is where we can turn off that cart's total visibility. So that's where we, yeah, okay. So that's what I want. I didn't want to have to show the total there. I may also increase the size of the icons to 30. So we'll go into account and we'll up that to 30. Nice. And yeah, I'm kind of happy with that. So that's great. So we're going to come out of here. Alrighty, nice. So we should have the search bar now appear very nicely at the top there, in line with these icons. That's very nice. And that's the header done. I'm not going to go in any more detail about that. I could increase the size of the shop here, but I won't. What I might do though is I might just bring down the size of the header. I might just, so we've got the minimum height here, so we can actually decrease that down. So I might decrease that down to like 90, so it's like just a really nice slim menu. So it's not so sort of wide and taking up a lot of real estate at the top of the website. So very, very cool. Okay, so I'm going to publish that now, and I'm going to, so that locks that in. So we're going to, so it saves it. So now what we're going to do is we're going to now create the footer of the site. So we've done the header, I'm going to create the footer now, and we're going to, so we're doing this all in this builder here. So that's fantastic. So we'll go to the footer now under the customizer, and that brings up the footer builder here. So it's got a top row, it's got a middle row and a bottom row, just like the header. Excuse me, let me just have a swig of coffee. Nice. All right. It's good. So we're going to focus more on the middle row here. So we're going to create 3 different columns, and then we're going to do something with the bottom row, which I'll show you in a sec. But yeah, we're going to have 3 different columns, just basically for shop-related links, and you'll see what I mean by those. So we're going to focus on the middle row here, but what we'll do is we're going to bring in these widget areas. Now, the widget areas I've actually already set up. So if I bring in the widget area 1 here, then we should see widget the stuff that are already pre-built in the widget areas. Okay, so I've got account, so shop, my account, got help, delivery, returns, FAQs, and contact us, and quick links. I've got all the other links in here as well, the home, about, blog, terms and conditions, and privacy policy. So that's essentially it. So if I go into widget area 1, you can see that I've got the different widgets in the side here. So I've got, you know, a title or a H2 title, and I've got a navigation menu module, which just makes these appear, which is pretty nice. So then what I've done is, so on the bottom bar, what I'm going to do is I've got the copyright. So let's update the copyright. We'll remove the theme author, even though they deserve all the credit. So Creative Themes, thank you for this theme, it's awesome. But we will take this back in here. So then it just shows the copyright, shop, the name of the business. I also might put a pipe in. Do I put a pipe in there? Nah, I'll just keep it no pipe. So we'll just have, yeah, copyright 2021 shop, and this 2021, it will automatically update every year. So the next year is going to be 2022, so you don't have to think about it, it just does it automatically. Alrighty, so we're going to come down to the bottom row now, and I'm going to be creating so this is just one big row at the moment, but what we can do is we can change it out to be different column sizes. So I've just selected the bottom row here, clicked on that. Now I'm going to come up here and I'm going to go, I want 2 columns. But what I want the structure to be, instead of half-half, I want it to be 2/3 and 1/3. So let's just do that now. So that's done. Awesome. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to here, and now I believe I've got, let's just see if it's under widget 4, widget 4. Yes, cool. I've got an image in here. So I've just got an image of the different methods that I've got here of, collecting payment. So one of the reasons why we do this is because it kind of builds trust. So then if people see PayPal and other credit cards, they go, oh cool, like they accept those types of cards. And PayPal is also secure, makes people feel like, oh, it's a safe business, because what you want to do is it's like essentially you're trying to build a bricks and mortar business, but you're doing it online, so you're going to get traffic online, right? So when you send people to your website, or if people find your website, they're going to come to your website and they're going to be going in their mind, do I trust this business? And that's why you need to build trust. You've got to build trust into this, into the website. So you got to tick off as many trust factors as possible, so that when somebody comes to the site, they go like, okay, is this site safe? Is it, a legitimate business? Are they local, or are they easy to contact if I have any problems? Do they have reasonable return policies? What does the social say? Like if they've got social media, is there any reviews about the business? What are people saying about it? That sort of thing. So, and again, I'm not going to go into all of that in this video, but it just basically, you've got to know, you've got to kind of think, okay, when you go to a website like say Amazon or eBay or something like that, what are the trust factors that are ticking off in your mind, like subconsciously going, okay, so the site's the site looks safe, it looks legitimate, there's people behind it, there's there's a way that I can resolve problems if I have any. You go and look at the reviews about that website. What are people saying about it? Are they saying good things? Are they saying bad things? And even if they're saying bad things, how is the business responding to those bad things? So there's a whole bunch of different factors that tick off in your mind for you to go like, okay, I feel safe enough to put my credit card details in and purchase products from the website. So Leo, please. I'm just trying to record, man. Good. Take it. So yeah, so it's really important to build those trust factors into your own website. So back to this. So I'm coming back to the bottom row again, and what I want to do is I want to align or vertical align everything so that it's all in line. And I just realized I could have done the same up here even with this search bar. So because you can do that. Alright, so I've added in the Visa image, which is pretty much all ready to go. So to add, so I've dragged a widget area over, and for you to do this as well, you just click Add Block here, and then you select a, you can type in image, and then you can select the image block, and then you go to Media Library. You can upload the image to your Media Library, and you can choose. Here's even another little icon set that I installed previously as well. So then you'll see that pop up underneath. I decided not to use this because it's a different colored background, so you can see the white. Now I could change the color of the background so that it is white. So let's go into row background and we'll go whites. So then you can sort of see that these then open up. So yeah, and of course you've got like Open Pay, which is something I don't do, and like, oh, if you've got it, then this might work for you. So, but what I might do is I might keep it white because it looks pretty cool. Actually, I don't mind it. It sort of breaks up this footer, and so I'll go back to the widget footer, and then I would delete this widget. So we'll go remove block. So then it's back to that. Then you may want to add in other things like there's a social media thing here as well. So if you wanted to, you could add you could add some social media. Is that going to go in there? No, that didn't go in there. Oh, wait. Oh, it's up here. Okay, so if we just... I should be able to just drop it next to that. Interesting. Okay, so what if we go to bottom row and we'll go thirds? Then we'll bring the social down there like that. So we've got little social media widgets, and what if I bring this across over to there? Is it going to work? It's not going to work. That's interesting. Okay, so what if we do this? Cool. Okay, let's do it. Like I didn't do this on my my dummy site, so that's okay. So we can add little social icons. So I'll just increase the social icons up to like 25, maybe 30. Yeah, nice, cool. Okay, I'm kind of liking that. Column spacing. Interesting. We will just take that back to, oh no, we could probably go all the way out, because that's sort of not in line with that. That's cool. And widget spacing. Oh, it's just the widgets between and row vertical. No, we don't need that. What if I... No, we need that. We'll go full width. We can send that full width, but we won't. And yeah, I mean, I would have liked to have brought that over next to... Alright, that's fine. We'll just do that. Again, you can play around with it how you want it to, but I'll just keep it like that for now. I'm not... Maybe if I go... If I go 4, it might work a little bit better, and I'll drag those over like that, and it's kind of a bit small now, so I should probably make that a little bit bigger. Oh no, that's going to be pretty small. So again, I'm just playing here, guys, so just alright, that's cool. Okay, I'm happy with that actually, and I could probably align these to the center or over to the edge there. So that's... but I wanted them to be kind of close together, so yeah, alright, I'm kind of happy with that actually. I am happy with that. That's awesome. Alright, nice. So yeah, so I've just created the 4 columns, and I've chosen this, and then we've got the copyright there, and I can also go to design and column spacing, widget spacing, row spacing for Right, that's what I wanted to sort of do. See if I could reduce the size of the very bottom bar just to sort of bring it down. So I might keep it at 10. Yeah, 10. Just keep it really compact. So because it doesn't really necessarily need to be really big. Cool. Okay, so that's the header and the footer done. Okay. Now I could change the color of the background here, but I won't. I'll keep it the same because I think it's kind of nice, that sort of pale blue. But you can definitely come into your middle row settings here and go design, and then come down to row background, and you can change the background to whatever color you so desire. Oh, actually, that's pretty good too. Haha. Oh, that's a that's actually really nice too, because it really or even oh no, not that. Row background, that, then it matches this top bar here, so it sort of splits it out a bit. Okay, we'll go back to this. So you change that up how you want. I think a lighter sort of color is a little bit more better, but you know, that's just me. So you just play around with whatever you want. So we'll publish that now. So so that's essentially what I'm going to do with that. So yeah, so that all looks pretty nice. So now that we've done the header, we've done the footer, we can now move on to the to building out the homepage. So what I'll do is I'll now come out of the customizer, and we'll go back into the dashboard. I'll just republish that again, and then we click on the little X here, and then we're out. Now I'll just quickly show you what that looks like in the front end. And now we've got all of this on the front end. So see how cool that is. And of course, got the home page, so that's all good. Now, I did want to show you. So remember the widget areas that we used. So this is widget 1, 2, and 3, and widget 4 for the image. Now I'll show you quickly how we did that. So I'll go into Appearance Widgets. And this is where you can, this is where you pretty much initially have to come into to set up your widgets before you add them in the customizer, like I showed you in the footer. So I've got footer 1, you got the footer 1, footer 2, footer 3, footer 4. So footer 1 is the, so what I've done here is I've just added a H2 heading widget block. So let me just show you that. So I've just gone in here. I've typed in here heading, and this one, it's this one here, and then I've just typed account, and then this block here is the navigation menu. So I've just clicked on the plus here, search for navigation, and you'll see navigation menu, and that will pop out like that, and it will show, okay, it will ask you which menu do you want to show. So I've just gone, I just want the shop menu. So that's then got that. Actually, no, it's the footer account, sorry. Cool, so that's how I built that particular widget out. Just to be really quick about that. And then of course, widget 2 is pretty much, well, these are not menu items. This is just like a paragraph block. So again, I'll go through that. So I've got a heading, which is just help. And then I've just then done paragraphs. So I've gone delivery. Now I'm clicking Shift Return on my keyboard. So it takes you down to the next returns and exchange. Now what I'm going to do after that is then I would link these to the to the actual pages. So if I had a delivery page, which I don't have, then I would link to that. But I do have a return. I think I've got FAQs actually. Do I have FAQs? No, actually we don't have FAQs either. What about contact? We've got a contact for sure. Okay, so there it is. So that's it. So then that will link to the contact page. So that's how I will do that. So just to quickly go through that, and then we got widget 3, again the same. So what I would do though is I would create a navigation menu for each one of these, for home, for quick links, and for help. And then I would add the navigation menu block and select that. So now again, just look up YouTube on how to create a menu. So under appearance menus down here, and that will, you can learn how to do that. But again, I want to keep this really condensed, not so long this video, so I'm not going to go through every little detail. I'm just sort of showing you how I've kind of gone through and set all this up. And then we got under widget area 4 the image. So again, I've just gone in and come in and gone image. We got you can upload, or you can go to the media library and then drag and drop images in, and then I've just selected the image here that I want. So, and then it displays, and then of course you can change the size of it down and all up and down. Alrighty, so that's just a really quick, and you've also got widget area 5 and widget area 6 as well to add additional widgets. So I'll update that, and that's all good. So I will quickly go over menus. So let's go into appearance menus. So so let's just say that I was going to create the because I don't have all these pages, so they're not going to all show. I do have this quick links one. I think I've got terms and privacy policy. Let's just quickly go have a look for that. So I do have privacy policy. I've got refund and returns policy, but I don't have a terms page. So what I'll quickly do is I'll show you how to create a menu. Let's just remove that. So go to appearance, go to menus, and then we'll do create a new menu. So this one's going to be quick links. So I'm just going to copy that. Quick links menu. Okay, cool. So I'm not going to tick any of these. I'm going to create the menu. Then I'm going to build it. So what have we got? We've got home, about, blog, terms, and privacy policy. Home, privacy policy, about, blog. And again, remember we didn't have the terms page. I created that manually, terms and conditions, but I will, just so you can see it, I'll add those in there. So home, so we've got home, about, blog. So we'll move these around so that they're like that. Now the other page is not here. I think it might be draft, that's why. Let me just save this. So I'm just going to dance back and forward for a bit. So the refund, yes, it's draft. So we'll go in and we'll publish this page, this refund and returns policy. And I don't know why I did that. But I'll put that back to the way that was. Go to appearance, menus. Okay, so now we've got the refund because it's now published. We'll add that to menu, and then I'll bring that up like that. Save that menu. Righty-o, let's now go back to widgets, and we'll go down to our third widget area. We'll go add, and we'll go navigation, and this one we're going to go quick links menu. So that's the menu we want to show. I am going to remove these, so it's like that, and then I'll update, and I'll go refresh the page, and then you'll notice now that these are here. So these are all linked. So if I click on the about, it takes us to the about page. Go to blog, refund and returns, and that's it. So privacy policy, that will take us to the privacy policy page. So that's pretty much how you can build out those menu items in the widgets. So I just thought I'd quickly show you that. Alrighty, cool. So let's get back to our home page, which we're already in, and we're going to now go and build that out. So let's go ahead and do so. So we go to pages, all pages, we go to home, and we will click on what I might do is I'll just show you something. So what I do is I have this dashboard open here like this, but then what I do is I right click on the mouse and I go open link in a new tab. I'll bring that back, and then so essentially I've just got the dashboard here open. So if I want to go to anything else in here whilst I'm building the home page, I can just click between each tab. So obviously I've got this tab open here, so I can preview. I can, once I've published the changes in the home page, I can then see it on the home page over here. So yeah. Oh, there is actually another thing that I needed to do in the customizer. So let's go into the customizer really quickly and quickly go and do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into pages and I'm going to turn off the page title. So this removes the page title on every single page of the site. Another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to content area vertical spacing. So it puts a space above and below the content, but what I want is I just want it to be flat, so that it's just flush with the top and bottom. So I'm just going to publish those changes and then drop out of that customizer. Cool. Alright, so now we're in the home page editor here. So this is essentially the editor for the page. Now if I want to change this so that it's out of full screen mode, I can just untick that and then it shows me the menu and all that. But what I'll do is I'll go back to the full screen mode because I kind of want to get used to this. Just have a bit of coffee. It's important to have some coffee as well, or tea, or whatever you're into to keep you going as well. Alrighty, so let's start building the home page. Now the home page is quite a critical page, and I'm going to show you just a really cool design that I've already pre-built, but I will just build it out so you can see the process as we go along. So are you ready to get started? So let's go. Now it's going to click on the so essentially what we're going to do is we're going to have like a top section with a rotating banner of images, which is pretty cool, with a header heading over the top with a button. Underneath that's going to have 3 different things like icons and 3 sort of selling points about the website. Then under that we're going to sort of have the categories displayed. Then under that we're going to have like a carousel of products going across. And then under that we're going to have a basically a call to action to join the the Shop Smile Club, which is basically just a fictional like way for them to sign up, give you their email address, and then you can sell to them through email, essentially. So that's what we're going to sort of be doing with this page. If I refresh this, the home page disappears, the home title disappears. So, alrighty, so we won't worry about categories just yet. I'll get into all that soon, but we'll build out the home page and then we'll get into the shop component part of everything. Alrighty, so let's do this. So so essentially what we're going to do is we're going to go and click on this little plus icon here, and I just want to try something first. Hang on. So I want to put in a row. Now this is the cadence blocks row that I've got, but I wanted to see what this particular. So we can have a. Okay, so we can have slides. Okay, let's just try this. Let's just go with this because I want to see if I can not have to use the GetWid plugin because it's because the cadence blocks plugin is really cool. So I want to see if I can eliminate the need to use the GetWid plugin, but we may need to use it. So, okay, so what I'm going to do first is go to Cadence up the top here, this little Cadence icon. I'm going to go to Block Defaults, going to go to Row Layout, and I'm going to go to Structure Settings. I'm going to tick this Content Max Width Inherent from Theme. That's kind of really important to do. So it generally means that all the content's going to then stick with the content width of the page. So we're going to save and close that, and now we've got a update failed. Let's just click on that update. I think that might have just been a server down, something to do with that, so it's all good. We'll keep going. So yeah, we can set up all these different defaults here, which is pretty nice. But what I'll do is I'll just keep the rest as default. Okie dokie. We've got instant. Oh, I've got instant images over here as well. See, I didn't even actually know about this, so we can. Yeah, so this is pretty neat. So you can just go through. You can type in like happy, and then it just will bring up all the images from, and it will pull all the images in from Pixabay and Unsplash, and they're all like licensed. So, and you can even choose, squarish file like images. So if you want to like something that's the same in size and dimensions, you can do that, or portrait, or landscape. So yeah, it's really, really neat, this particular thing. So yeah, anyway, and you can choose the source. You need an API. You need an API key. So yeah, that's cool. You can plug into the Pixabay, but you just need to get the API key, and it's a free key as well. So you can just go and get the free key and plug it in. But I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to keep it to Unsplash. So, but that's really cool to see that they've added the additional Pixabay source as well, which is pretty cool. I actually really like that functionality. So you can see here where it says click to image to upload, so that will just bring it across into your media library. It's pretty neat. So, but anyway, so what we're going to do now is just build out a row. Let's go to row layout. It's going to be full width, and actually I do want it to be full width across, so maybe under editor width. Yep, that's, oh no, that's the editor width. I want to be defaults, row layout, align, oh yeah, here we go, this is what I want, align full width. Sweet. Okay, so now if we add a row, it will be set up the way that I want it to. Cool. So what I want to do is I want to create a kind of like a rolling background. Right, so just a background that's rolling behind the scene. So, but beforehand, what I'll do is I'm going to drop in a heading. So we'll go. What's that one? I'm curious what that one is. Okay, so we'll click on that, browse all. And okay, so they're the WooCommerce blocks. Okay, so they've got a heading one here. You can probably hear my son, my child in the background yelling out, so sorry about that. It's really hard to record when you got your kids home from school holidays. So, oh, the joys of being a developer and working from home. But it is good. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll just plug in a heading. I'll just use the Cadence heading block. Okay, so this one's going to be called I'm going to just write amazing clothes. Okay, and then I'm going to center that. Oops, I should probably learn how to spell amazing clothes. I am going to make that say H1. And the font size, I'll make it 50. Actually, I'll go 55. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this, and I'm going to search for amazing people like you. This one's going to be a H3, and I'm going to bring that down to like, say 25. And might squeeze this up a little bit. So spacing settings, so I want padding, or let's go margin. We'll go negative margin on this. We'll go negative 15. Now sometimes when you're playing around in the editor here, it may look different on the front end, so you kind of have to jump between the two to see, because if I go negative 20 here, it might actually be much closer than what I see in the editor here, so you've got to be kind of careful. Alright, so now I'm going to drop in a button. I'm going to do a cadence blocks plugin, so that's there, so I'm going to go shop now. And I'll go to button 1 settings, and I'll make it large. That's kind of not really changing anything. We'll go full width. No, we'll go fixed. We'll go auto. Okay, so we'll just keep it on medium, and we'll go font size, say 30. That's probably a bit too big. Let's go 20 on that. 25. Now I want to have a border radius of 50, so it's kind of nicely rounded. And yeah, I might keep it like that for the time being, but what we'll do now is, so that's essentially it for that section. So I'm going to then click on this section here. So now if you want to, like, because I'm choosing the full row section here, but then there's the column, right? This is the column. And then you got your individual things here. So if you're like, I want to work on the actual row, not the column. I'm in the row here. So what you can do is you can click on this like icon here. So it says select row layout. That then highlights the row that you want to select. So even if you're down here and you go, I want to work on the column, not in this individual element here, or this block. I want to go to the column, right? So then you click on here and select section. So that's the section or column. And then you go, but I don't want to work on the section. I want to work on the row itself. So then you click on that, and then that takes you back out to the top row section. Another little hint is down at the bottom of the page here, you'll see the kind of like a breadcrumb of the different sections. So you've got advanced heading down the bottom here, so you can see I've highlighted that. Follow my mouse. Then you've got section, so I'll click that. So see it's now selecting the section. Now go to the row layout, and now that's selecting the row, and I can even go back to the document, which then just unticks everything. So yeah, so that's kind of how you navigate around. You can also go into the list view navigator here, and you can also go through each section here. So you can select that for the button, the heading, the section, and the row as well. And then there's also a paragraph block down here. How cool is that, right? It's pretty neat. Alrighty, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go to the row, and we're going to go to I'm going to go padding margins. I'm going to change this to 60 bottom, 60 top, 60 bottom. Actually, I might make it, well, there's a couple of things I can do here. You can change the height. You can actually even drag. See, I'm dragging that. So you can drag it up and down. You can also go down and do structure settings, and you can even set minimum height here. So I can make this row a minimum height, and I might just do that. I might go to just like, say, 450 pixels high. Then what I want to do is I'm going to keep that actually, because there is actually a reason why I want to keep all of this up the top. But if you want to center all of this, you just go to the row, and then you come in here and go align middle, and then everything sits to the middle. But I am going to go actually align top, and you'll see why in a minute. So okay, so now what I want to do is I want to put some rolling images behind this. Okay, so, and of course I'm going to have to change the font color, but I just want to show you how to do this. So we'll go into background settings, we'll go to carousel or slider. Then I think we're going to have like, say, 3 images. And we're going to then go select those. So now I've kind of already uploaded these, so I actually even just got these from Unsplash. So again, I just want to quickly show you that Instant Images plugin adds a new element to the media library here. So you can go instant images, and then you can go and search. So if I go like, happy, I'll bring up all the happy, and then I can go, I just want to use, say, landscape images. And then you can go and use, go and load more, and you can just filter through, just go through and go like that. And then, actually, let's just go, men. Alright, actually, let's go fashion, because it's a fashion store. Oh wow, that's interesting. What was that? I'm curious as to what this here is, this 1002, unless that's like the, oh no, yeah, okay, so 10,002 images found for fashion. Wow, that's crazy. All right, cool. And then you can sort of go, okay, let's go landscape, and awesome. So what I can do then is I can go, right, this is a cool image, so I want to use this, say, for my background image for the slide. So I just click on it, and then it just downloads the image. You gotta wait a little bit. All right, then it's done. So then I'm gonna go select. Now that's definitely not the image that I selected, so we'll go back and edit this. We'll go to Media Library, and there's the image that's uploaded. So you may have to come from here, then go to your Media Library, and then you'll see it sitting there. Then we'll go select. And that should pop in. Should is the word. It's definitely there. So not, there it is. Awesome. Okay, cool. So kind of makes it look like it's a shop now, right? So then of course we want to add our additional images. So let's go and add, say, this one. Then we'll go and add this one. Let's add another slide, and we'll add this one as well. Oh no, the kids. Or did I use the kids one already? No. Okay. So it sort of like kind of showcases the different types of clothing, the different types of clothing range. Now again, we can choose the background of the image of the background. So, but I don't know whether that's in here. Then we can come down to slider image sizes. We can contain. We'll keep it at cover. Slider image position. We'll keep it as center. We've got slider autoplay, which is fine. We want that. Might change that to 5,000. So it's 5,000. So 5,000 equals 5 seconds. Transition is, we can make it slide. Excuse me, that coffee's just gone straight to my so we can slide it or we can fade it. I'm going to keep it fade because it's kind of nice. Then we can have arrow style, and we can have dots, but I'm not going to have dots, so I'm going to get rid of the dots. Now we got background overlay, and I think this is where we can kind of add a tint over the top, which is what I'm going to do. Now I can add a gradient, so you can add a you know, like a different sort of a different tone gradient. So it's kind of like, you know, darker at the bottom, which is actually not bad. Let's go overlay. Let's go sort of like the lighter. We'll go the most darker, that's fine. And we'll just sort of, you know, bring that up. Okay, so obviously that just slides through. Now I did have, yeah, like I had it sort of darker on my, so I'll go to normal, and we'll go to like, sort of like the dark. Yeah, let's do that. And then we'll go in here and we'll change the color of the font, so then it's white. So it really sort of jumps out. The button settings will, text will go to white, border color will go to white, and hover, hover we want to keep it white, and then background, kind of don't want it actually to have a background. I'd sort of want it to have a, that's kind of nice. And then hover border color. Yeah, that's kind of nice. So like a nice little sort of hover effect like that. Of course, you can change that up however you wish. Alright, so let's update that, and we'll go and have a look on the front end of the site, and we'll see what that looks like. Awesome. Cool. So far so good. We do want to have a bit more space in the top here, so we will do that. So let's go in here and we'll just bring that down to like say 60. Again, this is like jumping back and forward and refreshing to get the right look. I still think actually that is still pretty far. It's still too close to the top. So let's go to 100. Let's do something radical. Cool. Okay, so that's looking a little bit better. And then what I'll do here is I will drag this out. Actually, that's not what I wanted to drag out. I wanted to drag out this row section here. Padding, let's go 150 on that. There's a reason why I'm doing this, why it's a lot bigger than the top. Let's go 200. Awesome. Okay, so and you could probably bring in a little bit more space on that, but that's essentially the look that I'm going for. So, all right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to create a section here, which is going to sit kind of in the middle here, and it's going to showcase like the three kind of selling points, I guess, of the site. So just again, they're kind of like trust factors. So let's get cracking on that. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and we're going to create a row. It's going to have a 3-column structure. So we've got 3 columns here. Now the oh, actually no, no, actually I'm wrong. Let's bring this down to 1 column. So, because there is a reason why I want to do this, and then what I want to do is I want to bring in another row, and then we're going to want 3 columns in here. Now there is a reason why I want to do this. So we're going to go to this top section, and we're going to go to container styles, and we're going to go background. We're going to change that to white. Okay, so it's going to be a complete white section here. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go to padding and margins. So this is going to be where it gets a bit interesting. So I'm going to put a negative 200. No, that's too much. So let's go 100. Alright, so we've now got this section sort of overlapping halfway in between the slider section and the next section in. So cool, that's what we want. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go icon, and we're going to go, it's either this one or this one, I think. Looks like we might need to use the get with icon box, because I don't think, yeah, no. So if I remove that block and I go image box. No, image box is not what we want. Icon. I kind of want an icon box, but I think the cadence doesn't have. Info box. Is that the one I wanted? Yeah, that's the one I wanted. Let's get rid of that. And Yeah, so I've just popped the info box in, and I've chosen the bit where it's like left aligned with an icon. So this one's going to be free and fast shipping. And the media settings, let's go to title, and it's going to be like, I'm going to go maybe a H3, 20, kind of make it sort of smallish. Now I want container settings, so border width, I don't want a border. Border radius, I don't want border radius. Container, I don't want a container border. Yeah, so just set that to 0 and 0. Container max width, we'll go like that's fine. Then we want meter settings, so it's going to be an icon. We're going to choose an icon. So this one's going to be shipping. We use this little fella right here. And you know what, I'm just going to keep it like that. Alright, so if we go to update, and I'll go and refresh, the box may not work out the way that we see it in the back end. Wait, I just had to wait until that updated. Okay, so that's looking pretty cool. That's not too bad actually, that's pretty nice. We may want to bring that up a little bit so it's kind of more half in, so it's more half-half. So go back to our sort of our main row, go to our padding and margin, and it's actually not in there. We need to go to that one, go to padding, and we need to bring this up, say 15 more pixels. So this is why going back and forward, you may have to, yeah, like you just got to keep coming back and forward, because you may not see what it looks like on the back end here. So let's go 125. So, oh, that's so close. I reckon that's it. 125. Ooh, low. Maybe 120. Let's go with 120. I think the top here is a little bit lower than the bottom, but you know what? I'm gonna be happy with that. Sweet. So let's then go. I'm gonna copy this, and I'm going to get a paragraph, and then I'm going to go Command V on my keyboard. If you've got a Mac, it's Command V. If you've got a PC, it's Control V. So I'm going to just Command V that drops in another one, and I'm going to do the same over here, Command V. So this one here is going to be, you know, 24/7 customer support. So again, these are just like basically things that, you know, will tick off in people's minds, like, oh yeah, okay, so if I have any problems with my order, I can contact support easily. And yeah, so these are just kind of like selling features or benefits of why they should deal with you. So the icon here is going to be a sort of a chat bubble, I guess. So I've got I want to bring up chat or speak. This one here. Nice. And this one here is going to be best prices guaranteed. And then of course I'm going to have another icon here, which is price dollar. No, there's another one with a chat price in it. Chat. It's a little bit annoying when you select that, where it drops out. Like, oh wait, if I do that and then, yeah, it's really annoying when that does that. Sale. Just trying to. See how it does that? It's just a little bit annoying. So that's I think that's cadence blocks. Oh, I do use an icon, a particular icon, but I can't remember what it is. It's got like a little $ in the middle with a chat bubble. Okay, let's just go through all the icons. I mean, you know, you could use a love heart. I guess that's sort of like one way of doing it. But there is a particular icon that I have used, which kind of has a chat icon, a chat with a $ in it. It's really cool. Yeah, and I know it's a solid, kind of a solid one. So, but I just, you know what? No, that's Skype. We could be here for a long time, and so I really don't want to keep going. It actually also might be a lot. No, it's a solid. We'll come back and use the heart, I think, if I can't find it. But you know, I'm just sort of showing you through all the different icons that you can use as well, which is pretty neat. And yeah, alright, so that doesn't really have what I'm looking for. Sale. Okay, let's go and get the heart. How about that? We'll just use that. Okay, awesome. Okay, so let's so you notice that there's nothing in here, right? So you can add more content into this section here as well, but I'm not going to put anything in. I'm just going to keep that like those 3 icons there. Boom, boom, boom. Nice. Very, very, very cool. Now these are going down onto one line. I don't want that. I want them to go in one line. So what I need to do is I need to reduce the font size of these slightly so that they can fit into, but I don't know if this is going to work. It's quite funny, they all show up on the back end there all in one line, but in the front end they don't. Really interesting. Alright, cool, so they're all in one line now. Nice. So you can change the background to that if you want. It's up to you. Remember, you just got to go to the actual row settings, come into container, background color, you know. Actually, I'm in the wrong section. I'm in the wrong... Oh, wait. How does that look? That's kind of cool too. Having like the 3 different columns like just sort of visible there, which is pretty nice. But I do like just the sort of like the yeah, I do kind of like the background color that is just the full white. I do think it's better than that. Yeah. But anyway, you can play around with that as much as you want. So, alright, so the next section what we're going to add is we're just going to add a little bit of text now. So again, we're going to get a row. This one's going to be there, and we're going to drop in a paragraph. actually into this one. This is going to be like shop, our latest products. It's going to be center aligned, and the font size is going to be like 20. We'll go 20, and we'll bold that shop. Okay, then this is going to be a heading, advanced heading. So imagine if you looked your best all the time. Cool, so we'll align that. Now the font size I'll keep the same, space in there. Advanced typography, what I'll do is I will change the font weight. It's just Poppins. I think it should pick this up automatically. It's kind of weird because it's not. Let's put that back. We're just inheriting the font family there, so that's cool. Yeah, I actually want to go and change this to normal, and this one here to normal as well, because I just think that lighter sort of, not that sort of bold look is better than it's the bold look is not as nice. I think it's, yeah, and I could probably even increase the size on that too, up to like 60. And kind of want to put a bit of a spacing on the top. Icon padding, button margin top 20, so that brings the button down just slightly under this this heading. Yeah, all right, that's looking nicer, so very cool. All right, so then we got this bit of text down here, and I will bring it up because it is looking a little bit close. So we'll go negative 20. How does that look? Cool, that's nice. Then what we're going to do is put in a bit of paragraph text here, and this is just going to be like, I'm just going to put lorem ipsum here because it's just going to be like it's literally going to be just sort of really nothing, but just to sort of build it out. Okie dokie, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create the category section. So we'll now add a row layout, and we'll go half-half. Okay, so we'll go half-half here. Then I want to come in here, and do we want an info box? Let's go info box. We'll go to the side again. Container settings, we'll set the border width to 0, the radius to 0, and yeah, we'll keep it like that. This title is going to be men's clothes. We're not going to have anything in there, but we are going to turn on the learn more button, but this is actually going to be our little link. So what we're going to do here is we're going to say view products. Cool. And then that's going to link to our men's clothes category, so which I've kind of already got, so I might as well just go men's. Alright, that doesn't look like there's anything, so I'm going to have to, oh there we go, product title, oh they've got products. Okay, it's not picking up categories in there, so that's it's picking up individual products and pages, but it's not picking up categories. So I'll go get that. That's fine. Now what we're going to do is we're going to change the image to sorry, we're going to change the media type to an image. So then it shows our image, and then of course that circular thing, which is kind of funny. Image border radius. No, we don't want that. Go to 0. Don't even want an image border on it. Okay, so the image is going to be this one. Image width, we want to change that to like sort of a bigger size. Then we're going to go to container settings and container padding. We'll just bring this down to 0. Bring it down to 0. Okay, so the heading, go to title settings and change it to a H3. Go to normal, and we'll go and update and have a look at that. Awesome. Nice. Very, very cool. So then what we're going to do is we're going to just copy that, and now we're going to bring the going to paste, and then this one is going to be women's clothes. Go down to media settings, and we'll go to edit the image, and we'll put in the this image here. Nice. Cool. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just duplicate this row, so then we don't have to set any set those things up again. This image here is actually taller than that image, so go to media settings, media vertical, align middle, yep, and we'll go to nice. Alright, cool. Let's do this. Let's keep going. Kids. Clothes. Go to media settings and we'll change this to show the kids clothes. And image ratio is going to be 4:3, so it's kind of going to be matched. And then this one here is going to be accessories. Nice. We'll go to media settings and we'll go to image and we'll choose this image. Awesome. And the image ratio is going to be 4:3. Awesome. So now let's go have a look at what this looks like on the front end. Fantastic. Okay, now it's looking really nice. So fantastic. Now, if we want to bring out a little bit of depth to things, so this section up here, like this row section here that I've got, let's go to container style, let's go down to box shadow. Oh, look at that. Nice. Actually, I'm just going to keep like that. That's so good. Okay, and then I'm going to come to this one here, and I'm going to go to container shadow, enable shadow. Then let's go 30 on that one. We'll go, ooh, nice. Yeah, that's good. See how that really makes it pop out a little bit? 30. So it kind of really brings kind of this nice bit of depth to the to the content. So it's just sort of nicer to look at, rather than just this sort of flat white. It just sort of brings things off the page a little bit. Yeah, that's really nice. So we'll go back in here and refresh. We'll refresh that again, and then you'll see the shadows now really sort of really pop, and there's a bit of a nice little hover effect as well when you hover over these sections here as well. So it's really kind of cool. All right, nice, huh? What do you think? Do you think that's kind of cool? It's pretty nice, eh? All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to now duplicate this row here, and we're going to move this down underneath, and this one here is going to be featured products. We're going to keep this here, and then we are going to add in another row, and this one is going to be our carousel, so our product carousel. So I'm going to go browse all. I'm not sure if got a product grid, got a grid of images here. Just trying to see if actually, I think these here, these Woocommerce blocks. Okay, so you can bring that in, and I'm actually not sure if this is the right. I think this is the product thing, but I just don't know where the grid. Okay, slide view. Here we go. So we change it to the slides, and see how now it's sliding across. Nice. Then you've got a whole bunch of different design options. So design. Settings, so we've got autoplay, slide speed is 300, column gap is 10, so we can increase the column gaps to like 20, so they're slides to show, so we can even bring that down to like 1 or 2 slides. Let's go 3. 3 is pretty nice. I don't want the title to show. They're all on sale, so very nice. So you can select a different design, so you can import these different designs. Not sure if that's relevant to Pro, but let's just try it. These are blanked out because you have to upgrade to the Pro version. But let's just update that and see what it looks like. All right, it's not showing up, and I think I may have broken it. Let's get out of here and we'll go and add that again. Still have the section there, got a row layout. Oh yeah, still have the row layout, we still got the section. Product grid. Slide view, column gap 20, and we'll go 3, and alright, I'm going to keep that. I'm not quite sure how to style these buttons. You can turn certain things off, like categories and stuff like that. So if I turn off the category, it takes away the category. Just get rid of that sidebar. Oh, cool. Okay, so this is where you can go and change the colors of the buttons. So it's the color, the border is change that to black as well. Nice. Spacing, padding, I think you can pad out these. And background color, hover, typography, you can change the font size in here to be bigger. Oh, and then you've got hover effects as well. So hover background is set to orange, so let's just hover border, I just want it to be black. There's kind of no real hover effect on that. Let's just go a slight, you can even have a yeah, nice. That's just a very subtle. And I do have like obviously theme colors and stuff like that, like that I could use, like the blues, to, you know, basically go in line with the theme. So, and the hover color could be white. Border color could be white. So that sort of is then kind of close to the colors of the theme. But yeah, I'll just leave that, and we'll go and have a look at that on the front end now that I've applied that. Oh yeah, I got to get rid of that title too. I wonder if I can disable the title. That removes the title of the whole section. Title here, disable full title. That might do it. Kind of hasn't. Let me just remove it. Excellent. I think that will just make that disappear now. Nice. Then I will bring this row into 0 so that it's like closer to the top. So the padding is just sort of a little bit further up. Still quite, what I'll do with this row here is remove the padding there. So I just want to bring them closer together, as you can see. Awesome. And what I might do as well is increase this padding out to be a lot more higher on the top, because these are pretty close together. Awesome. Okay, awesome, cool. I just noticed with these, I want the icon border to be slightly like 2. I think it's just too much. Personally, I think it's just too much in your face, that border. I just feel like the more subtle things are, the better. That's just me and my design ideas. Could be completely wrong, but yeah. Alright, cool. So as you can see, it's really starting to sort of take shape here. What I might do with the bottom of this is I might drag this out to be like 100, so then there's like 100 pixels below. Nice. Cool. Perfect. So yeah, and then that's kind of really it. So what we need to do is go and get the category links. Now I do have to take you through setting up the categories and all that sort of stuff as well, because you're going to want to know that, aren't you? I didn't do that. I didn't do that properly. Got to add it, and then you got to click on it. Kids. Accessories. So now they should go back to the home page, and so now these are linked. So if I click on men's clothes, that takes you to the men's clothes category. And of course you can go through women's, you can go through shop all, you can go through kids and accessories, and you can go to shop. So you can really see how easy this is. It's not too hard, right, to really build this out. So alright, so the last thing I want to add to this page is the email sign up. So I'm going to be then going and adding another row, and this time it's going to be full width, and I'm going to get a title. I'm going to just copy one of these. Actually, yeah, that's better. I will just duplicate this section up here, and then I'm going to move it down below. Going to just bring that up like that. Going to remove this block, and then this is going to say that, and this bit of text here will go into here like this. I will increase the font size on that to about 20. Then for this row, this entire row, I'm going to put a background image on it. So go background settings, select image. Going to choose this one with a little smiley face. join the shop smile club. Going to put a background overlay on this. It's going to be kind of a darker opacity. I'm going to bring this, I'm going to change it to white. I'm going to change this color to white, and then on the row I'm going to bring the padding on the top to 120 and 120 at the bottom. Sweet. Okay, and then I'm going to spacing settings, padding bottom. Gonna bring that up so then it's closer to that. Righty, so now that we've done all of that, right, I just want to take you through something really quickly. So I'm going to go back over to this part of the dashboard. So one of the plugins that we installed was the Fluent Forms plugin. which is a forms plugin. So that's what we're going to use to create the form down here. So let's go to Fluent Forms now. And when you install Fluent Forms, it's actually going to give you a couple already to start off with. So we're just going to use a subscription form here, and I'm going to just style it a little bit, and then we're just going to pop that in. So let's go through that. So we'll go to Edit Subscription Form. So, and it's just simply got the email and the button. So that's essentially all we need, which is pretty neat. Now we go to Settings and Integration, and this is where we set up you know, what we want. Now again, I'm not going to go through all of this because this is going to take another day to go through. So but in this you can set up email notifications, so you can set up the admin notification email. So when somebody fills the form out, you can get an email in your inbox to say that somebody filled it out. So we can keep that on, and then you can go in and edit and then send to email address. So that's just set to WP admin email. But you would then, you know, put your own, so sales at, you know, shop.com, something like that. And then you can, you know, change this to, you know, new newsletter, just say newsletter, just say new newsletter, new newsletter subscription, or actually it could be like new Smile Club subscription. And I can't spell subscription. Sweet. And then you can sort of, you know, just leave all that, and then that will work. Cool. And then also what you can do is you can integrate this with, you know, HubSpot or MailChimp. If you click on that, configure, you can you know, upgrade to, like, you'll need to upgrade to certain things if you want to, you know, say send it out to, say, ActiveCampaign or ConvertKit or HubSpot or GetResponse, or, you know, MailerLite and all that. So it's kind of limited for the free version of this plugin. MailChimp's here. That's a sort of a popular mailing program. You can set up an account on there for free to get up to a certain amount of subscribers for free. So there's that option there. But if you are using any of the other ones like HubSpot or ConvertKit or Campaign Monitor or GetResponse or whatever, you are going to have to upgrade to the Fluent Forms Pro version of the plugin. But if you're just starting out, maybe just set up a MailChimp and just get going with that. And then you can always export your data out of MailChimp and set it up on one of the other ones to get more advanced features at a later stage. So, I mean, MailChimp's pretty good out of the box as well. So for free, you can actually do a lot of stuff with MailChimp. But again, there are limitations. So you just need to know what those are. So yeah, so you would basically set up, like, say, connect up MailChimp. So there are things that you need to do to, you know, it's not just simply turning on MailChimp, the option here. You've got to connect it to your account, to the MailChimp account, and then you got to connect it to the integration modules here, and then it will, you know, it'll send that data through to MailChimp. So, but anyway, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to copy this shortcode here. Then we're going to come back to this page here that we're editing. I'm going to go down to the next line, and I'm going to press plus and go shortcode. I'm going to use the shortcode block. I'm just going to pop that in there, and that's going to be our form. So if I update that, and we go back to the, wait until it sort of updates, and then we're just going to go back to the front end of the website and have a look to see the outcome. Alright, so now we've got our subscribe form here. Now this is looking a bit squashed there, so I'm going to have to adjust the spacing settings. I just went a little bit too much on that one. We'll go 10, And this is looking a little bit like I want to bring this in. So what I'll do is I'll select the row and I'll go to structure settings and I'm going to go custom content width. So I'm going to go like 800 on that. Actually, let's go up a little bit so then it's go to 850, so we'll update that. And then we've got some, yeah, still a bit close. Actually not keen on that spacing. I don't know why the spacing's, and we'll go to the top, structure settings, and we'll go say 900. So again, it's just this sort of like this dance between the front and the back end. So yeah, so then you can have a actually I kind of want to put a bit more spacing. Go 15 on the bottom, see if that sort of makes any difference. Yeah, it's a little bit better. Awesome. Okay, so that's that. So I'm sort of also wondering if I want to bring in background settings. Let's go fixed or parallax. We'll go fixed. We'll bring the smile there. So this is kind of like this effect. So see how the window in the background is like, yeah, it's that's pretty cool. Let's keep it like that. So that is it. That's the homepage, guys. Woo! Awesome. So as you can see, it can take a bit of time. So I haven't linked this up to the shop page. And we still got to go through quite a few other things as well. So I want to link this button here to the shopper page. So that's that. So the shop now button is now linking to that shop all button link up there. So all right, so that's so cool. Now what I want to do is run you quickly through how to set up a product and also a category. Now again, I've already set up the categories, so what I'll do is I'll just create a new category, a new product, and then we'll just go from there. But I won't have it so that these categories, just that new category displays. I'll just show you how to create it, add a product, and then assign the product to the category, and then we'll go from there. So so yes, so let's delve into that. So we're going to now come back. I'm going to now just exit this page. So yes, what I might actually do is just to make it really simple for you is I will include this page as a JSON file, so you can actually upload it to your own website without having to rebuild it. You're just going to make sure that you've got those plugins installed that I've gone through, the cadence blocks, the getwid. Although we haven't really used getwid at all, actually. So we've only really used cadence for most of it, which is actually pretty good. Because in fact, let me just go check that, because I just want to make sure that I haven't used any getwid. So let's just deactivate getwid, and we'll come back here and we'll just refresh this, and it will actually tell us if it's looking for anything to do with getwid. It'll actually say, oh, can't find that that block, so therefore it will, you won't kind of need it. So let's just scroll through this, and awesome, we actually have not used the getwid plugin. So guess what? We don't actually need the Get With plugin. We've just narrowed it down to the cadence block, and using the Woocommerce Product X plugin for this, and yeah, it's just totally cool. All right, nice, really good. So we don't actually really even need these other plugins. We've just used the cadence and the Get With, and there's some really cool features in the cadence blocks that I haven't really even gone through. So very, very cool. Alrighty, so actually what I might do is I'll delete the Get With, and I will delete Stackable, and I'm going to delete Ultimate Add-ons. I can add them later, but yeah, so you're going to make sure you need these plugins, Cadence and Product X, and then I'm going to share with you all the I'm actually even going to share with you the export files for the import files for the Blocksy theme. You can actually import settings, so I'm going to let you import all that stuff, and then you can just set it up like I've got it on my site that I'm building here. So you can pretty much just get everything here without actually building anything. But I really do recommend you do actually get in and build stuff. But I can at least give you this layout, and then you can go in and make modifications to it, make changes, you know, add in your own categories, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, awesome. Okay, so let's now go to the, so now I'm going to go from the home page building to now we're going to go and do an overview of the products. So so again, we've got the WooCommerce, the free WooCommerce plugin installed, and then what you're going to want to do is go into your WooCommerce. Now when you install WooCommerce for the first time, it's going to ask you a whole bunch of questions and go through all sorts of stuff, which I am not going to show you because that's going to take another 2 hours just to do that. So this video is probably going a lot longer than what I would like, but anyway, I'm waffling now. So the point is, get the plugin in, and then you can start creating products. So in the sidebar here, you'll see WooCommerce, products, analytics, and marketing. So these 4 here are all to do with WooCommerce. So the products are just pretty self-explanatory. You can just go in and add products and categories and stuff. So I'll show you what I've done. So I've created the categories, as you already know. The categories here. So I've got men's, accessories, kids, and women's. Okay. So yeah. So what I'm going to do is I've added an image, the category image here, right? So you can go in and edit the categories. So you can add categories. I'm just going to add this thumbnail here for, I think this is women's. I think I'm in the, no, that's accessories. So it's that one there. Cool. Go back to categories. Go to kids. Add the kids clothing image. Now again, this is a fictional store, so I've just brought in images just randomly. So it is totally all made up. And this one's a women, I think. Yep. Sweet. Okay, so let's go into let's go back to categories, I should say. Now, what if we want to add another one? So let's just say we want shoes. So we'll just add shoes in here. We would you know, get our image. Let's go shoes. No, new shoes. Go squarish or portrait. I think we need. No, we need squarish. Let's just. Yeah, you sort of have to keep going through this, but I'm just gonna. Just gonna grab like a really simple image. Let's just grab something more generic because it's just such a very here we go. Let's just use this generic image here. So that's gonna bring that in. Okay, so that then takes us out to there, and then we can add, these images are kind of more sort of different, so we'll just go and add that. And then we'll go add new category. Okay, so now it's added the shoes category here, right? So that's pretty neat. So now when we go into products, so I've got these products here already set up. So let's go and add a new product, and I'll take you through. So this one's going to be like, what do we call these? Slimmer shoes. I don't even know what that means, but yeah, that's just the name of the product. So then we you know, product description here. These shoes will make you walk so much better, and all your friends will want to walk like you. Cool. Okay, so that's the, and then you can sort of keep adding descriptions to that as you would like. You know, it's like you can even do bullet points here. So you know, like thinking like features, comfortable, make your friends envious. Multiple colors to choose from, and makes you walk better. Okay, now this is going to be a variable product, right? So now a simple product and a variable product are different products. So this is like, a simple product is just a one-off product. A variable product is something that you can have options on, like, you know, choose the size, choose the color, all that sort of stuff. So I'm going to show you the I'm going to just quickly show you just the difference of those. So a simple product, regular price will go like, you know, $25.99, and the sale price is going to be $21.99. So that's to say they're on special. And then this is going to be like slim shoes. Now you can manage stock as well. So let's just say you've got like 5 pairs in stock. You can do that. You can set your shipping information here, set up test or shipping classes. Again, I'm not going to go through all of that either, because WooCommerce is in itself a really big beast. I just want to get you cracking, so then you can then go and research more about, you know, setting up shipping and all that, because that's just going to blow this video out even further. So that's just, I'm just going to leave that there, so then you can then go and explore more things about shipping, because that's just a really big deal. So and then you can link the products and all that. So what I'll do is then I'll come over here. We've got the product categories, so I'll select shoes. Then product tags, you can add product image. So I'm just going to go and select the image that we uploaded. So that one, which is basically the categories image, but I'll just use this anyway. You can set up gallery images, so you can have more images per to the image. And then I'm going to just publish that, and I'm going to show you what it looks like on the front end. So we'll go view product, and then there it is. So there's the product, just boom. And then you can add it to cart. You can go view cart, and then it will show you. So yeah, this cart's got to be set up properly. And then you know, proceed to checkout, and then the checkout's going to be like really horrible too, so we got to fix that. But that's essentially it. So, and then if I go shop all, the shoes will be there as well. So we can come down, and there's the slimmer shoes. So that's essentially a just a simple product. Okay, so if I go back now and I turn this into a variable product, I can still manage the stock. So I've got 5. Actually, what I'll do is I'll get rid of this, and I'll go into attributes. Actually, I think we need to go not variations, yeah, attributes. So custom product attributes. So we need, so this one's going to be size. So we got small, medium, or large. Now, of course, you know, like for shoes, it's going to be like 25, 35, 45. I'm just making that up. I have no idea what I'm doing. We won't use them for variations just yet. So we'll just save that. So we've got the size. Now we want color. We're going to add a new one. And this one is going to be called color. Color spelt in European language. Red, white, black, pink, something like that. Okay, so, and maybe something like that. Save the attributes, and then we'll go into our variations. I think we can just leave it like that, actually. So, because we're not going to be creating different, well, I mean, size and your size might actually be important. So we set the use for variations. So we'll come into variations now. We'll go add. We'll go to add, actually create variations from all attributes. Yep. So we've got 3 added. So these are the different sizes. So the price here, variation price. So this is like, you know, $25.99. Sale price could be $21.99. Then we can also set the image for that particular variation. 35 could be, you know, $27.99. Sale price is like $25.99. And again, you can set up all the, you know, set up stock management, all that stuff for that particular. Let's just do that. Let's go stock quantity of 2. Stock quantity of 5 for that particular size. And again, we don't need to set the image here either, because it's like, it's just going to pick it up anyway from the main image. Stock levels will go like 3, and the variation is on this one's going to be $29.99. Sale price is $27.99. It's obviously got to be lower, so we'll save the changes. Awesome, and then we're going to go update the product. Now, see what happens now when I just refresh this product. All right, so now it's showing the size, but it's not showing the colors. Interesting. So let's go back to our attributes. Color, we'll go use for variations. Okay, any color. Okay, so the colors will just be any color. I'm just going to do that. So that option should now show up. So size, choose an option 25, and then go red, and then you can see the price. If I change the size, the price goes up as per what we've entered. And then it also changes the stock quantity that we've also got. So as you can see there, you can change all sorts of different, you can, you know, set all sorts of different things for this. And you can add even more attributes to that if you want. So, and there's also plugins that will allow you to, you know, extend on these attributes here. So you can add things like, add other fields to these, so which you may not be able to do with the free version of Woocommerce. So yeah, all right. So that's essentially that. I'm not gonna go into any more details around that. That's essentially how you build a product. So and a category. So excuse me. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to, so I'll just keep that product in there actually. But I'm not going to really showcase it in, you know, I could go and create a new category on the homepage, but I won't. So that's all good. So we've basically gone through how to add a product in that section, how to create a category. in that that particular thing. Now what I want to do now is I want to go and fix the cart page and the checkout page. Okay, so and I'm also wanting to yeah, that's fine, so I'll keep that as alright, so let's get rid of this and let's get rid of this because we don't need that stuff anymore. So clear all that out. It's going to be blank for you when you set it up, don't worry about any of that. So that's just stuff that I had in there. Now what we're going to want to do is we're going to grab a row and then we're going to add a I don't know, let's just go and add a sort of a background. Then we're going to add a advanced heading. We'll just put here carts, change that color to white. Then we're going to add in another row. This time it's going to be a short code, and it's going to be the WooCommerce cart shortcode. So it's going to show the carts. Yeah. Okay, so that's going to be the cart. Then I'm going to go and just clear all these out. Actually, I just want to copy this WooCommerce checkout shortcode, because we're going to essentially do the same thing as what we did before. So go into row layout, and then we're going to go to background settings, and it was that one, I think. And in here we're going to go advanced heading, checkout. I'm going to change the color on that to white. Going to add a new row, and then we're going to add a short code into short code into here, and that's going to be the WooCommerce checkout. Nice. Remove that. Now I'm also going to, what I didn't do on the other page is just get a bit of padding in on the top and bottom of this of these pages. So I'm just going to go into the padding margin here. Just type it in 80, 80, and that's just going to be a lot easier. So now that, okay, I'm going to close you down, close you, I'm going to keep you open. So if we go to the cart now, so just click on the little cart icon, that's looking much better now, instead of that, you know, full wide blowout. And then go to the checkout, and again, it's nicely sort of in its own nice sort of column status. So yeah, that's really nice now. Cool, so that keeps that really, really simple. Yeah, so that's the checkout, that's the that's that page. So alright, so you know how to kind of build out pages now, like the same, you did that with the home, but what if you wanted to you know, do the about page, the blog, all that sort of stuff. So well, let's focus in on the contact us page, because that's a page that is going to be quite needed, and also we're going to have to create the thank you page as well. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to edit that, and I'm going to edit the thank you page. So the contact page is going to have a row at the top for the header. Background settings, what I might do is I might just do a image now. So let's just use this one for example. Background overlay, we'll go dark. Opacity will bring down into that, and this will be need an advanced heading, and this is going to be contact us. We're going to change that to white. Awesome. And then what we're going to do now is get another row layout. Going to do half half and go 80 bottom, 80 top. Again, I'm just going to go to padding margin in here. It's so much easier than doing that drag. So actually what I'll do is I might do the this kind of structure, or No, I'll do the structure. Okay, so I'm going to put in a, get in touch. Have some questions. Have questions. Get in touch. Then this is where you can add stuff like, I like to sort of put an icon list here. So this could be, your phone number. Next one could be your email address. So it could be, shop at hello at shop.com. The next one could be, if you've got a physical store, maybe you could put your address there, like 43 Test Street, Testland, Queensland. I'm in Queensland, so just put QID 4255. I think that's probably not even a. Then of course we want to change the edit all icon. We want to change the icons for each of these, so we want this one to be phone. And item number 2 is envelope. And number 3 settings is going to be address, so map, marker. We could even use that one, or yeah, I like to use that one. Then we can obviously change the icon size, but we can even just do that across the board. Well, I'm changing the icon size, the line. Nice. So that's the line, obviously, width for the icon. List text styling, so we can increase the font size here. It's a little bit too big, so we'll go like say 20. We've got letter spacing, line height. I don't know if this does that. Yeah, it does. So we've got the line height there. Cadence Blocks is such a wonderful blocks plugin. You can do so many things, and if you want to order these around, you just click on those little arrows there and it just moves it around. It's so good. Alright, so then you might want to put in some social icons. So let's go logo only, so we can just add in, like Facebook. Let's add in Instagram. Let's add in, say, even if you've got like a YouTube channel that showcases your products. And what else? You might have Pinterest. So yeah, and then you can essentially, size, so you can go large. You can justify the items to the center or to the left, but we'll just keep it like that. And yeah, so that's essentially that. Alright, so and then you can add any extra stuff in there that you want, however you can even change the icon colors to, be kind of the way that you want, or you can just use the generic, because it just automatically generates the and you have to add the links as well. You may need to add them because otherwise the icons may not show for you. I'm just gonna just use Facebook because cool, nice. Then you might want to add some extra stuff down there or whatever, like I don't know, some other extra things. So over the side here is we're going to add a form. I don't know whether there is a form We can build a form using Cadence, but we will use the we use Fluent Forms for this. So we'll go back to our, over here, go to all forms, and then we'll just use the contact form demo. So we'll grab the shortcode, and then we'll add shortcode into there like that. Now what I might do is I might just make this a little bit different, this container, just to sort of make the form sit in something like a, you know, like a white box. So we'll go to container, we'll go background white, and then we'll also, don't need that, go to padding, and I want, let's go 40, oh yeah, 40 across the board, 40. Sure, let's go 20. Alright, and then container, I even put a bit of a box shadow on that just to sort of bring it out a bit. Now let's go have a look at that page. So I'll go out of this, go full screen mode, go to view page, and I'm on the wrong page. That's the thank you page. I got to go to the contact page and look at that. And now look at that. So we've got a nice form over here. May want to just drop the subject, but then again you might want to keep that. But yeah, and then you've got these social links. I did not link them out though, so you have to link them out. Facebook label, link label. Interesting. So how do we, oh, link settings, open links in new tab. That's what we want, because we don't want them going away from our website when they leave. So that's yeah, so I'm not logged into anything. Oh, that's just taking me to Facebook. So yeah, because that's what I've done for all of them. So, and then obviously you got to want to update these ones down here. You may want to change the coloring of that to suit the same design. So then it's like, yeah, similar design layouts to your social media icons down the bottom. So that's it. That's that for that. So what we now need to do is build the thank you page. So for when they fill out the form on the contact page over here, we take him to a nice thank you page. So let's go ahead and do that now. So we go row layout, and this one is going to be advanced heading. We'll go thank you. Going to duplicate this, and then we'll be back in touch with you very soon. And then make that my H3, and we'll bring that size down to like 25. Now I'm going to set the background to be an image. So let's go this kind of nice hat image, I guess. Well, let's actually use this one. This one's pretty cool. And this time what we'll do is we will go the structure settings, we'll go minimum height, and we'll set this to VH, which is visual height or vertical height. Actually can't remember that, but I'll set that to like say 90, 90% of the page. Then I'm going to center align this thank you message. I'm going to actually make this bigger. So let's go 50, and I'm just going to tint the background a bit. Let's make it a little bit darker, so then we can bring this out. So with this page, you can actually do some more things, like you can send them off to, so you can have some extra things on this page. So you can basically, yeah, showcase you, like make social media stuff. You can say, hey, but in the meantime, while you're waiting for us to get back to you, check out our Facebook page or something like that. Yeah, so that's cool. So now what we need to also do is get params plugin WordPress. That's the shortcode we need. So I'm just going to grab that. Make sure if you copy this that you strip it out of code. So I usually open up a new tab, paste it in, and then copy it again, because that strips out some of this code that's in this page here. So yeah, it's we don't really want that. Alright, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to paste this into the back end here, and I'm going to call this fname. Or cause first last name could just be name. Actually, we'll just go name. Alrighty, so okay, so now what we need to do is we need to go to our all forms, contact form. What I might do is I might just come in here and just have a look at the attribute on this one. So we've got names, the names attribute. Or is it this one here? Defaults, populate by get param, get first name. Something might be a little bit slightly different about this one. I don't even know. I don't know if that's the parameter name there. We'll find out. Again, I'm just going to do that and pop that in there like so. Or do I need the squiggly lines? I don't know. I'm sort of still wondering if this will work. Let's just see if this works, because I haven't done it this way before. So we'll go back to the Fluent Forms editor here. So I'm just getting this parameter here, because essentially what I want to do is I want it to say thank you, their name on the. So it's going to be thank you and then their name that they put into this field here, their first name. And so we've got to get the parameter to pull across into that. So I'm just trying to see if this will work. So yeah, let's just try that. So I'll save the form. We'll go to settings and integrations, other confirmations, and then we're going to add a right. Yeah, okay, so it's not working with the okay, so the pro version gives you these other confirmations, but the free version doesn't. Righty-o, so that's oh right, okay, so this is the stuff here. Right, okay. So under form settings, we want confirmation type. So we want to go to a page. So we'll go contact, thank you. Now we want to pass the field data via query string. So what we want is we want the first name here. Okay. So inputs names first name, and then it's going to be inputs phone. So maybe it's this one I need. Okay, so we'll save the settings. So again, this is going to be a little bit of hit and miss maybe, but I will see if this works. Be cool if it does. Okie dokie, so let me just fill this out really quickly. John test, test at test.com. Hello and hi. I love your shop. Okay, so I've got the confirmation. I think I've set this up right. I've saved that. Okay, so then let's go submit form. Now it's saying blank value. Okay, so I figured it out. It took me a little bit of time. So you've got to put a parameter in. So I've just put in fname here, and then it equals the inputs of that parameter there. So then what I've done over on the page here is I've added the parameter name fname. So then when it takes you to the thank you page, it actually says their name. It says the name of the person who's filled out the form. So let me just go through that again just to show you what I mean. So let's go back in here and we'll go Stuart test, and then Stewie at test.com, and then test, and then test. Then I'll submit the form, and then now it's pulling in their first name. How cool is that? So excellent. That's exactly what we want. What I want to do though is I want to bring this up a little bit. Structure settings to say, let's go 80, because the page is a little bit, yeah, nice, awesome. I do want to touch on a little bit of mobile stuff as well. So let's go into preview mobile. And this is kind of what it will look like in mobile. You can come in here and you can shrink down the website, and that's what it will look like sort of on mobile. In Chrome, which is what I'm using, you can go into Inspect and go to the mobile responsive. Let's just go and choose, let's just go to responsive, and then this will display what it will look like on a mobile phone. So you can even go to the home page. You can even look at what it would look like on a home page as well. So it doesn't actually look too bad out of the box, you know, so it's actually pretty good. Oh, actually that's actually really horrible. That's not going to work on mobile. That needs to stack. I'm not sure why that's not stacking. That literally should be stacking on mobile. I don't know why it's not, but maybe it's because this is not really rendering the proper output of mobile. You basically got to look at this on an actual mobile and see what it will look like. But yeah, essentially that's really important to look at this stuff on mobile. And on a mobile, you will be able to slide across on these products as well, which is pretty neat. So, and then scroll down, and then yeah. So let me just refresh this. Yeah, so things are starting to get cut off a little bit, which is really interesting. So we need to work out what's going on mobile. I mean, that tool might be sort of breaking as well, but yeah, you've just got to sort of play around with your mobile stuff. So if you're going through mobile, like you can essentially go to, you know, the tablet, the desktop, and what you'll notice is when you go and say, go to the heading settings, where my mouse is, you can go to mobile. So you can change the font size for mobile, you can change the font size for tablet, and you can change the font size for for each individual device. And clear that out. So essentially, you've got micro control over all the different device sizes, which is pretty neat. So you may have to go through and select that. Now I just want to go and quickly have a look at the home page. And see what this looks like on mobile, because it's kind of important, this stuff. So yeah, this is all like really horrible. So let's see if this works. No, content alignment doesn't work. So see how it's kind of like, yeah, really squashing up, and it's not really collapsing on mobile. It's not going to that collapse look on a mobile phone, which is really fascinating. I don't know why that's not doing it. It kind of should be. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, it's really not. Let me just have a quick look on my mobile phone to see what it actually is doing, because it's good to see. Yeah, it looks really beautiful on mobile, like the top section, but then when you get down to that side-by-side section, it's not being responsive. It's being quite, I don't know whether you can see that, but it's not stacking, which is really interesting. I don't know why it's not stacking on mobile phone. Really fascinating. Why it's not doing it on mobile? Because it should be, it should be different on a mobile phone. Container settings. Fascinating. This could be a limitation that I've just discovered with Cadence, which is really fascinating, because it's I guess the other problem with it is that it you can't really hide it and show it on hide the individual element on mobile. And anyway, so what I would do in that regards, my workaround is to this is what I would do in this situation, and that is to basically rebuild these sections. So I would I'd duplicate, and then I would duplicate this row, then what I would do is for the design I would essentially change the style to wait, hang on a sec. Wait. So we got media settings here, and we got mobile, and okay, so alright, so let's go into mobile. We'll go to this one, and for this particular one on mobile, we will go top. Media vertical align, we'll go middle, and so let's just see how that looks on mobile now. Now that I've just sort of changed that on mobile. Okay, so that's now made the image on top, which is better. So far so good. Let me just refresh that, and yep, sure enough, it has put the image on the top and the text below, which is kind of where we are heading. So I'll get out of preview, go back to desktop. I'll delete this row because I don't need it anymore, and I'll delete this row. And so essentially what I need to do is, so on mobile, I want the content to be aligned center. Container settings. So let's just see how that looks now. Now that I've aligned content. Yeah, that is stacks better. That's how you do it. So you essentially have to go through each one of these and go down and go to mobile, center align, media settings. We need to set that to the top. Oh no, that left, and then but yeah, we got to go to the mobile selection. So was it mobile center, media settings, mobile top, and mobile center, media settings, mobile, and top. Nice. Okay, so that should work out a lot better for us now. So if we go down to mobile, so that is looking stacks better. So obviously then you would play around with the paddings. So on each one of those, because on mobile it's a little bit, the boxes are pretty tight, but you can go through, so container padding, so you can go to mobile here. It really doesn't show you, which is annoying, and maybe set it to 20, and then I'll just refresh the page and see if that's kind of fixed it a little bit. That really hasn't done anything at all. So if I just go to that and then go bottom, let's go 40. Bottom 40? No, that's really not. Yeah, actually, well, what am I on? I think I'm on. It looks like I'm on the accessories one. I should be on this one. So, no, container settings. Go 40, 40. Okay, so yeah, you can see that changing now. Let's go 40 on mobile is not too bad actually. What does that look like? So yeah, it's good to have your mobile phone with you as well, so then you can see what's going on the mobile, like what I'm doing. Yeah, that's actually better, 2020, because it's not as tight, sort of at the So let's go to container settings and then go to mobile again. 2020 is better. If I take that to 0 and that's 0. Yeah, that's much better. And then everything's kind of working again now. So if I go back in here, refresh, go down to inspect, you'll notice now that the boxes are looking much nicer. I've updated the top one and the bottom one. See, you can see the padding 2020 at the top. But yeah, I just needed to apply the 2020 to these ones as well, and it would look nice. Yeah, so that is awesome. Those little features. I actually learnt something about cadence just then. So just wanted to prove the point that you can always learn something about cadence. So what else do we need to sort of go through? So obviously there's like a lot of pages and stuff like that, like the about and a blog and all that. You know what? I'm not going to go through that. Because that's just going to take up more of this beautiful time that we have. But I mean, there is so much more really. An e-commerce site has a lot more involved. So yeah, what else do you need to know? I think probably under WooCommerce settings, you will need to understand how all this works. You got to set up payments. You know, you can set up PayPal, so you can turn on PayPal, and then you can set up the settings for PayPal. Like, you know, put in your PayPal email address and invoice and all that sort of stuff, and you can do all that. And then you know, that option shows up on the checkout page. So let me just show you that quickly actually. So we'll go to checkout, and then you'll notice now that PayPal is added here as an option for payment. Now if you want to take credit cards over the, if you want to take credit card payments, I highly recommend Stripe. Okay, so Stripe is a really good payment processor. It is free to set up. It's kind of similar to PayPal. The only thing is it doesn't store the money in the account. It actually just collects the money, and after a couple of days or the same day, I think it can send the money. It sends the money out to your bank account. So it's like a payment processor. So if you go to Stripe, and then you can go through the pricing and stuff, and it's very similar to PayPal in terms of its fees. So yeah, so 1.75% plus 30 cents for domestic cards. So so yeah, you will be paying a fee, but the convenience of people being able to pay with their credit card on your website is amazing. Now there is a plugin that is the WooCommerce Stripe. I think if you put in WooCommerce Stripe, or if you just Google that as well, it will come up with the gateway. So now there's a couple here. So so there's the legitimate one here from WooCommerce. So you could just go ahead and install that, and again, it's free. You just then need to set it up with the API keys and all that sort of stuff, which is something I'm not going to go through again. It's a big thing, but so now that I've added that WooCommerce Stripe gateway, you need to then go into your settings and then into payments, and then you'll see another option with a whole bunch of things like Stripe Gyro, all that stuff. Like, there's so many, but you would just simply turn this standard one on, Stripe, and then you would go in and set up the setting. Like, you'd go and connect the you know, create or connect an account, and it just basically connects to the to your account. So you can also enter account keys manually. So it's very easy. You just set up a Stripe account, and then it once it is enabled, it will then show a credit card field on directly on your checkout, and then people can just put in their credit card and the way they go. So that's pretty neat. Now, another thing I wanted to sort of go over is the customizer for all the WooCommerce stuff. So this is kind of a little bit important. So let's just go in here. So I'm going back to the customizer where we created the header and the footer at the beginning of this video. What I'll do is I'll come down to WooCommerce here, and I'll go. Let me just go into the shop all category. So this is basically the shop all is all the products. Like this is the whole shop in its entirety, right? So if I want to edit this header here, I can go into edit, and you know, I can sort of put a design, and yeah, I can, you know, change the color of the background. You know, I can make it blue, whatever, that sort of thing. And it does say image overlay, so there is I think an option to add an image in here. So container background image, so it's the featured image. So say for example you wanted the featured image for that shop page. So that page is actually, that shop is a page, it's here. So if you want to, so it's actually set to display the featured image of that page. So we'll come into the page, edit under pages, all pages, edit, go to featured image, we'll select say an image. Let's just go and add, let's go and add this image. And we'll add that. Now we'll go to shop. Ta-da! So now you've got this beautiful header, which actually is really nice. It sort of fades in when the page loads. It's really, really nice. So that's really, really good. So yeah. Now the other thing is like some shop pages have a sidebar, so you can kind of, you know, you can go through, you know, you can sort of basically go through the page. You can filter stuff out. So if I wanted to do that on the shop page, I'd come into the settings here. Now I'll go into Cadence, not Cadence, under Blocksy. Now for this particular page, I can set the page structure left sidebar. Right, so I can bring in a sidebar to this page, which is not showing. Okay, so that's not working for me. It might be in here in the shop page. So if I go out of here, if I go to product archives, I can turn on the sidebar. And I can place the sidebar over here on this side. So, and then this area here is just widgets. So I can search products. You can go categories, and you can go filter by price. So that's kind of cool. And then, you know, you can go, you know, columns and rows. So I can show products in a column, like columns of 4, or columns of 4, and then I can show a maximum of 4 columns, or I can go out to like 10 rows. So that's pretty nice. You can go to cart options. You can do a lot of settings for the archive pages here. So you can come in and just change, you know, design of, you know, the price, the buttons. So if I, you know, go in here, it changes the color of the background of the buttons. So let's do that. The title color, I can change that to red if I wanted to, but I won't. I'll just change that back to that, or wherever it was. Yeah, so you got a whole bunch of different options here to choose from. It's really nice. on what you can actually do with the product archives. And product sorting, pagination. You can change the pagination at the top, at the bottom. If you've got more than, so if you've got 4 rows, then you'll have a bit of pagination happening. Well, let's go 3, and then it's going to it'll say that you have to go to the next page to see the next lot of products. So that's pretty nice. So yeah, so when you go now into the shop all, you can then see this. Now I've added these in to the widgets area under appearance widgets. So you'll notice that there is a WooCommerce sidebar here. So I've added a WooCommerce search products here, and that's a block. So you can go search products, product search field here, which is kind of yep, that's the same. And I've got categories here, so I could even remove the counts if I wanted to and not show the counts, so they can just go through the categories. And I've also even got a filter by price here. And there's other ones as well that you can add. So if you come over here down to WooCommerce, you can add other things as well into the sidebar. You can also add stuff like filter price, products by price. That's the one I'm using. Product tag cloud, products list, products by ratings list. So yeah, there's like filter products by rating. So if I drop that in, then that will allow me to yeah, filter the products by a specific rating. So you can just drop anything into there and it will show up in the sidebar. And that will also apply for all the categories. So the men's, the women's, all that. So yeah, if they want to filter, if you've got a lot of women's products, then you can definitely sort these by pricing and all that sort of stuff. And of course you can go to the kids, and then you can go to the shoes and stuff. Now, the other thing is the product, the search bar at the top here. I want to show you how this works. So if I wanted to put in like men, say men's, see, it's bringing up all the products that come up under that specific search term. If I put in shoes, then it's going to have the slimmer shoes. If I put in kids, it's going to bring in the kids. So it's picking up the keywords that are either in the description of the products or in the the title as well. So it's really neat. So they can see like the products that are listing under that search term. Now, what else do I need to take you through? So that's essentially it. So what you do is you just go and build out the blog, the about page the same, the refund, all those pages. You need to again, you'd need to sort of build out those things yourself, like using the Blocks plugin, setting up rows and stuff like that. And yeah, so these are all just using the standard defaults, not rows. So you could come in and just fix all that up with all the the cadence blocks and rows and stuff like that. Oh, and the account page. Okay, yeah, this is something that we're going to have to fix as well. So again, we'll just come in and I will just keep as HTML. I'll grab this shortcode because this is the account. Now for you, this is not going to break because it's just going to be fine. So, and again, I'm just going to go back to my background settings, set this and go advanced heading, my account, change the title to white. I'm going to add a row again, and then this time it's a short code, and I'm going to pop that in. We're going to update that. Oh, that's right, I do want to add 80. Okay, so this is now going to fix the account page just to make it look a little bit nicer. So yeah, so basically it's got all the information here for the account. And that is pretty much, do I want to go through, so again, this is pulling in the, I think this is pulling in the category images. Yeah, it is. It's picking in the category images because remember I added all the category images to these. So yeah, so that's picking up, and you can control all this stuff. You can go back into your customizer. You can go into your specific categories, and now of course if you change this, it's going to change it for everything. So you know, you got to pretty much come in product archives, page title. So that's coming in for the featured, and then you can actually set this up to be parallax as well, which is neat. So you can have this nice sort of parallax effect, which is kind of cool. And then you may want to have so image overlay. You might have that a little bit tinted, a little bit maybe. Like that, and then you might want to bring this down transparent, and then fonts like that, and default family should be just Poppins, and the size you can change that to like 50. Again, this changes this changes it for all of the categories. So if I publish that, then I go and check out the men's, you'll notice that it will apply the same tint and the same color. So much stuff you can do with this, and it's unbelievable how much you can do with just the free version of the Blocksy theme. And I just want to give a shout out to the creative themes who created Blocksy, because it is a fantastic theme, and I really encourage you to buy the Blocksy Pro because it is worth it, 100% worth it, because it gives you that little bit extra stuff to do, a little bit extra functionality that you can add to the to the overall theme. It's just really nice. And so yeah, so that's so what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually leave it there, because this video has gone on for like a really long time, and I just pretty much wanted to cover off on how to build an e-commerce site from the beginning. So we've gone through, you know, how to essentially the theme, the plugins that we've used to set up this site, and then we've gone through how to build the header, the footer, the home page, how to add a product, how to use the customizer to change different parts of the theme, color wise and all that, and styling, and there is just so much more you can do. So I think this is a really good base to really get you going on setting up your own site. And what I'll do is in the description I'll link out to a Google Drive, and it will link to the so it will link out to the homepage JSON file, and I really I should probably even tell you how to do that as well. I mean, that's so that's like a lesson in itself on how to import let me just I'll do a little video, and I'll attach it to I'll attach that as well to the instruction. Like, I'll just create a little instruction video on how to import the settings, so the Blocksy settings and the pages. Okay, so I'll just do the home page and maybe just the contact page and the thank you page, and then the rest will be up to you. Actually, what I might do is just do the home page. I just got to keep it simple for myself. I'll just do the home page, and then you can watch the video on how to create the other pages. So yeah, so let me just leave it there, and I thank you very much for joining me on this build of this website. I mean, again, it's far from finished, but it's definitely gives you the good foundations for building a site, and for free as well. I mean, all you need is a hosting and a hosting plan and a domain name. So if you've got those two things and you can install WordPress, then away you go. Now I do offer hosting as well, and I also do offer domain names. So if you're looking for those kinds of things, then I do offer those as a service, as well as other services, more training and website care. So yeah, if you're looking for any of that additional support, then I'm here to have a chat to you about that. But you know, this is really going to get you going, really going to give you the right foundations to kick off with a beautiful theme, and just the Blocksy and the Cadence blocks plugin. The simplicity of those two things, and just the plugins that I've chosen, will keep you in good stead. They're really good foundational plugins. They're not gonna, I don't think, break anytime soon. So you're not gonna be left with any plugins that are gonna be dud. So I've given you a really good foundation to start with the website, particularly to sell stuff online. So anyway, I hope this has helped. Leave any comments below in YouTube below, in the comments, and I'm happy to sort of answer any questions that you might have. But yeah, good luck, and let me know about your shop and your shop. Please don't name your shop. But yeah, I look forward to seeing what you come up with, and yeah, please share them with me. All right, all the best. Thanks again, and I hope this really helps you get going. All right, I'll see you later. Thanks again. Bye for now.